¿Cómo estás?
Sí, cómo no.
Okay.
¿Qué?
Bienvenido a la quinceañera. Hello, my name is David Casillas, and I play Ursa in the movie The Last Stand.
Hello, my name is Siafega Umu III. I play Manu.
My name is Derick Umu, and I play Tola.
I'm Raul Calderon, and I am the director and writer of the movie The Last Stand, and I play Ray, Ryan, Bryce, and Varen.
How did it feel to be a part of The Last Stand?
I think it was a different experience for all of us. This is like the biggest thing that we've done so far. We were always used to doing smaller videos, and we took it a step further with this one. And I think it was, I don't know, it felt different, personally.
Yeah, 100%. Just because, like you said, doing smaller videos before, being a part of those, and now being a part of this, like this is the first major project, for me at least, and the whole ambience, the whole mood of the shoot compared to like past videos, smaller videos, was completely different. Like this was the real deal, and it was super cool just to be a part of that.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, what they said, we can do videos. I didn't expect to be one of the main guys. I expect to be like a backup guy who dies first. So like, yeah, that was unbelievable.
Same.
Really cool experience, I would say.
How long did the filming of the entire movie take?
I mean, we had planned out to do another video after the several fight scene videos we had done before, and this one was just supposed to be another add-on to it, but I don't know, we just took it for a ride, and there was just so many more things we wanted to add to it to step it up from the last one that we had done, which I believe was Ryan and Jess versus the Hunters. And we wanted to take it a step further, and I think overall with, you know, the idea coming up with it, shooting, editing, location scouting, all that, it took about, I would say, like a month and a half prior to the project we had released before. So we were right on top of it, like right after. The boys were all down with it immediately, and it didn't take as long as people, I think, expected, but we were on top of it. That was a big part of it.
Who choreographed the fight scenes, and how long did it take to film the choreography? What was the process like?
I think this guy over here had some tough ones, but we definitely went in with an open mind. Like usually we do set up the choreo, you know, a couple days in advance, but there was some issues with the location scouting of this big one, which was finding the warehouse. And, you know, a couple days going into the shoot, we weren't having a location. We didn't have a set location, and the last couple days our buddy hit us up and we finally got the warehouse set. And to get everyone, you know, in one area again to rehearse all that was just hard, because we had a day before. How long was that before? It was a couple weeks before, maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, where I got everyone there, and it was kind of like, personally I feel like it was more like vibing out and having all the characters feel for one another. It was the first time a lot of people had met, but I think it was a really good day. That day I think set off like good vibes, allowing us to go into this project comfortably. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And it was cool too, like you said, meeting people for the first time. Like I know DJ, who was in it too, I met him for the first time that day, and he was going to be one of the dudes that I was actually fighting in one of our scenes. So just to meet him and, you know, build that rapport with the person that you're going to be in a lot of these scenes with, and, you know, learning their style, learning their moves, making the choreo together, making it flow, making it work, for both of you guys, for both of us, it was really key to making sure that the fight scenes were, you know, they went smoothly and everyone kind of was on the same page.
We're learning how to fight.
That used to.
That's why I'm doing it with the Jaguars when I say
Yeah, I just let you know I'm gonna suck shit compared to you guys. So.
no, we're all
How are we feeling, guys?
I'm out of my league here.
What?
This is crazy. I'm not flexible enough.
You
for
could
this.
literally smash anyone here.
I'm
Like
not
just
flex-
with your fist.
I'm not flexible.
I don't know if you know this, but their legs
Do you see this?
can hit my face.
Look
Like,
at these dudes. They're flying.
It's all upper body versus lower body now. This is crazy.
These dudes are flying.
I think, like he was just saying, like the day set it up for all of us to understand one another because like it was a day that we had all really just met, and that day going into the last stand, back to what I was saying about having the location last minute and whatnot, we actually went in and rehearsed and shot those 2 days. We had shot at the warehouse, which was 2 days, 16 hours each day, and yeah, we went. We were like all of us. We're like brothers. We like, you know, at home we like mess around and wrestle, and we like, you know, WWE is a big like part of our lives, and like we throw each other. We do stunts just messing around at home. So going into that with that mindset, knowing that these guys are behind me in this project, I was comfortable with going in that day and being like, hey, I need one of you, two of you over here with 6 cyborgs, and then finish that choreo while I have 2 over here with 3 more choreo, and then, you know, some more over here, and I would record that, finish up, record that, finish up, and it was like a cycle. And with the trust of these boys, knowing that they would handle it and be in charge and make sure everyone was on, you know, on point, it was very, I was lucky, and we were very fortunate to like be able to do that. And I feel like that's, I don't know, a lot of people not necessarily like lack that, but you know, I just feel like having the ability to do that is a blessing, and we pulled it off, I think.
How many hours of training did it take you guys to prepare for the movie?
I mean, what, like every video maybe? Mm-hmm. Like I feel like every video we stepped it up. Like the first video I think, did you guys meet the first time we had shot your video?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first time I had ever met this guy.
Yeah, they had just met, and I already put them in like a giant brawl together, which is the first Bryce and Ursa versus Manu.
I'm about to pop, everybody's gonna know. Be true, steady, be ho. Girls in crop tops, drop tops at a show. Mini skirts, rock, got us all like.
Which was, how long was that? How long ago was that?
It's been a minute.
It was quite a while.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like we never went out of our way to like, hey, let's go like do a round of boxing or like go take classes. We were never like that. We were just like, okay, show up, let's come up with a choreo. Who's down to get a little dirty and get hurt just a tad, like, and whoever was down was down. And I feel like that was our setup and our practice. As each video went by, of course we choreoed it the day of, and then also shooting it. So there was so many times we had went over and practiced, and personally I feel like that was our practice and rehearsal for choreoing the last stand.
What was your favorite part of the movie, including filming it and the after product?
Oh, favorite part of the movie. I liked having Bryce and Ursa again on the screen together, because with Night Seekers, the series that was connected to The Last Stand, there was some character development between the two, knowing each other for so many years, and being able to see them at the last point fighting with one another, willing to die for each other. That was a really cool scene to experience, because like this is my brother right here. Like I've known him for so long, 2009, around there.
Yeah.
Since middle school type stuff, and wow. We've just stayed connected. We've never crossed each other's paths in a bad way. It was always just good vibes together, and being able to see that last stand, you know, fighting with each other on screen, that was a really cool feeling.
Yeah, and it was cool to see that too.
Yeah.
Like probably one of my favorite parts. There's a part where Manu comes in and he like stops me from getting hit with the shovel. He catches the shovel and he, you know, takes care of that cyborg. That part was just so tight, just because in previous videos, you know, he was attacking us and he was against us in those scenes, and just to see that character loop, and then for us, you know, to be fighting side by side,
yeah,
you know, that was super cool to see. And then probably in terms of like emotional, like deep moments, in The Last Stand, the moment between Ryan and Ray, you know, that like brotherly moment, that like super tender emotional moment at the end, where, you know, that's it, like they fought as hard as they can fight and it wasn't enough, but, you know, Ray tells Ryan, he's like, you know, thank you for, you know, being my brother, for being with me, that whole time, and we fought through this together. And if you know Ryan, like his attitude, he's like, super prideful, doesn't really show any emotion, no weakness. But in that moment, like you could see it like coming out in Ryan, and that shows like a little bit of his vulnerability. And it's like, wow, he's still like, that's still his brother. Like no matter what, he's still gonna feel that way. And just to see that, like it's more character development too for Ryan, because that side did come out. As small as it was still there, and now we know it's there. So that like character arc too was pretty tight to see.
Yeah, my favorite part is when I wasn't even in the scene. It was funny. Is when everyone just lined up to fight all the cyborg stuff.
What are we waiting for?
I was standing on the side with my friend, and I'm just like, that looks like a really cool scene.
Yeah.
I wish I was there. But I came in pretty cool. I helped my guy out right here.
The entrance was sick, dude.
Yeah. I think it was so much more effective because no one expected Manu. Like the last person I feel like you would expect to come help is Manu. Prior, how many videos prior of him against?
Every other video.
Yeah, basically is Manu against us. So having him just like, you don't even see him. You just see boom, and you pan over and you see his face. It's like, oh my God, he's like there helping. And like he was saying, like that was like our first little like Avengers assemble, kind of shot. And I feel like that was really cool.
I didn't cry or anything.
This guy. What do you think?
Dude, my favorite part was fire when the cyborgs art came out, because they didn't just run out. You got people flipping, jumping everywhere, rolling everywhere. Seeing that on film, like, oh, it's about to go down.
Yeah, like we work with them every day, so it's like we know the boys. Like shout out to Meiji, Lizard, GT, Caveman, Eureka, all them. Like
all those guys,
super talented, dude. Best parkour people, trickers I know. We see them every day, and we put them into this series because they were just such nice people. They were such cool people, and the abilities that they had were just a plus. And we're so used to it that when we're not used to like from the other eye, like when other people see, like Derek's saying, like people are probably like, holy crap, like it is about to go down, like these flips and all this stuff is happening.
Right.
Like this isn't just another normal fight. And I think I would agree too, that's definitely something that stands out.
So playing off of Ursa and Manu, why did Ursa spare Manu?
Well, I feel like, because first of all, we're both like same species, like, and I feel that because like, Ursa, he's been around, pretty much since the beginning. He's been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And for a young, creature like Manu that's the same to come and, be new, and for me to see him for like basically the first time in thousands of years, that's like kind of a blow to me, and just be like, whoa, like you're the first other one of myself that I've seen in so long. Yeah. So there's that connection there, and just to see a little bit of myself, of Ursa in Manu, and to be like, wow, like if we were to be able to work together, that would be a hell of a force, to reckon with. And as we've seen, and we did see that now, obviously it paid off in the last stand, because he came and he helped, and he fought with us, literally till the end. Yeah. So to see that, another one, someone else like Ursa, who Ursa hasn't seen in thousands of years. Yeah. And to see that in him, that's just that connection right off the bat.
Yeah, I feel like Manu was just a kid going through something, and he may have busted his way through people, hurting them. He's deep down he's just a misunderstood kid who doesn't know what he's going through, and I feel like Ursa spared him because he felt bad. Like he hurt the boys, but I mean he stopped them in time, and I think he just felt bad that this is just a kid who doesn't know what's going on and is just finding his way through by himself. And like he said, I think he also thought like this could be an insane force. Like these two together can be insane, and I feel like he spared him just to give him another chance. And like he said, it turned out well. I mean, he fought to the end, and it was pretty badass. Like, pretty badass. Yeah.
Do you think there'll be more Ursa and Manu side-by-side action in the future?
I mean, as you saw, The Last Stand, we could do some damage. So I feel like
it's only right. It's only right.
It's only right. Yeah. Definitely a possibility. Yeah, two of the biggest heavy hitters, in the series, in the universe.
Yeah.
Could definitely, be a force for good. Now that we see, his character development.
Mm-hmm.
He's helping us out now, and I feel like if Ursa can work with him more and develop him and give him some of that wisdom, and because we already know he's got the strength and the power. So if we can guide that, and if we can, if we can guide it and we can point in the right direction and work with us, then I don't see why not.
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous.
Yeah, I think the fans really want that. I think the fans have been waiting for that initially. I feel like when they first saw the fighting, they were like, oh, they're enemies. But as they kept showing up with one another, it was like, wait a second, imagine these two.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Red Hulk and Hulk working together. I feel like we all want that. It's the same thing with these two. They're a pretty scary team if you ask me. But yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say the fans love Ursa. When did Bryce and Ursa become so close?
And Manu.
And Manu.
Those are mine too, bro.
Everyone.
Love it.
You've been a bad guy for so long, I keep forgetting, but it's all good.
I'm off, guys. I'm off.
No.
You're here. You're with us now.
You're with us now. You're part of the team.
You're on the right team now.
I'm watching you, though. Watch it.
Yeah, right. What was it?
When did Bryce and Ursa become so close?
I feel like they've known each other for a while. Like we were saying, they've been around for thousands of years. There was a separation between the two due to Varen, and it kind of forced a separation between the two. But the characters are really close to us two. I feel like we've really formed them into who we are, and so the brothership is unbreakable. And when shit goes down, they're always gonna be together no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as time went by and shit got more serious, it just developed the brothership, the friendship between the two, and that's why they're so close. Is because I'm sure over the thousands of years, how many people did they see die?
Right,
loved
exactly.
ones and stuff.
They've just been through so much together, and so many hardships, battles. The lasting friendship. The warrior relationship that they both have.
Yeah.
Because in essence, that's what they started out as, and that's what they are. So just to have that, for as long as they have, they're always gonna be in each other's corners, and no matter what, even modern day,
Exactly, it's just how we roll, and so I think it applies to the characters too, and unconsciously, we think the same for the characters, and so it applies the same when we play them, and you saw it in The Last Stand, they went to the ground with each other.
I would never do it the other way.
It was a really big moment between the two, and I think that was something we won't forget, for sure.
Who would you guys say is the strongest in the group?
Toa does some damage. I don't know if you saw him in The Last Stand, but he was knocking some sideworks out. You see when he was smashing them,
rage, man.
Yeah. Toa, I feel like he's definitely underrated. The whole movie, he was going through it. Initially, everyone was on his back. He had to help Angelina. He had to he tried to save Ray but couldn't. He had to tell Ryan. I'm sure that wasn't easy. He had so much on his back, and throughout the movie, he was fighting to the last beat. He was just on it. When Manu popped up, he immediately his eyes blew.
He was ready.
He was ready to attack by Bryce's side. When at the end, when Ray's on the ground and there's push-ins on everybody as they're no, his eyes are glowing because he's still trying to get up, but he can't. I definitely think Toa's up there for sure. We saw the damage, but overall, it's I think it's these guys back here. I think the Werebears take that. And these guys are pretty strong, especially in this universe.
I don't want to get hit by them.
Yeah, I know. Shit. In real life too. What? Yeah, probably these guys. I would say so.
So,
I mean, not to
Damn, you're
oh, sorry.
not to lower down what I just gave you guys, but I feel like there's still Varen. Like if Varen is definitely the strongest in this universe. But if he ever comes, has a change of heart and makes his way over here, that would definitely make him the strongest of our team. But as of right now, it's these two big guns right here.
Until then.
What were some of the hardest things you had to learn or do during rehearsals and shooting?
I think time management was a big part.
Yeah, definitely.
Like time management, shooting in the sun in the beginning. Like I was wearing a leather jacket. Half of the cyborgs were wearing leather jackets. He got a nasty.
I was wearing a tank top, and I was not wearing sunscreen. So that resulted in a nasty sunburn.
Yeah.
That lasted, the whole shoot pretty much.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, that was tough, but fought through it.
A real champ.
Yeah, just had to push through. I mean, it's stuff you have to deal with, and I as soon as I felt the sun on me, I knew what was going on. Oh great,
it's happening.
Yeah, I'm like, oh boy. So
yeah.
I just had to deal with it, but I mean overall it was, the learning curve from everyone was like really good. Everyone, if someone gave input, they tried to implement it immediately. Like it wasn't like, oh, can you like walk me through it again and again and again? Like
yeah.
People learned really quick. And,
yeah, that's crazy.
Again, a testament to the talent of the people we were working with, and like all these guys and the triggers and everyone else too. Like everyone was super on their game. Ready to learn, ready to change up their stuff if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was just on it and ready to, take that input and change it up and put in work. So it was really good.
Yeah, we all knew going in, like, we might get hurt. Mm-hmm. Like we know that every time. Like in the Ray and Toa versus Manu video, like he rolled down a hill into the lake. I got flipped by him into the mud. We always know going in that there's gonna be pain involved, but that's like, I don't know, weirdly enough, that's like the fun of it. Like, yeah. It's so real, and we try to go for that. So I feel like it was just like knowing what we're putting ourselves into, timing, and sun.
Sun.
They're definitely the toughest ones.
Sunscreen for next time.
Yeah, for sure.
What was your guys' mindsets while you're playing your characters?
Probably gonna go last. I got like 12.
Right. I know for me, there's like the whole aspect of just pure strength and like, power, blah, blah. Everyone wants heavy hits and things like that. But, I've also, like, Ursa's also been around for so long. So there's also like that way, like, Ursa carries himself, and he knows, like, he also has like wisdom too. So he's not just, blind rage, throwing himself. Like, he's calculated, and he uses that to his advantage. And like when he fights, or, the moves he makes and things like that. So just, channeling this like ancient wisdom, I guess, and along with strength and power to kind of like work in harmony together. Like that's kind of the mindset that I try to stay in when I'm in Ursa. So that's what I try to do.
That's true.
Yeah, for Manu, he was just an angry guy. I really just had to aim it at someone. But for me personally, the mindset, I was just trying not to mess up, because we went from short videos to this movie. The bar set up there. Yeah, I was like, I'm not messing up.
Yeah, I think
one take.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, these boys, they don't really act, like besides for me in my videos. And dude, the performance in The Last Stand was amazing by everybody. You guys, like you guys don't act. You guys don't just like go and try for auditions and stuff. It's just the videos we do. Yeah. And seeing them on screen for this movie, like we've done our thing in the past videos, but like we did our thing in this movie, and these boys killed it. Like, it's not even to gas them up because they're right here and they could probably beat me up, but it's like, let's kidding. It's like really,
I love you.
Like they really like put themselves out there and like gave it their all, and you can see it. Like, you can really see it.
Appreciate it.
And geez, I thank you guys for that, because I think the fans felt it too. I was watching it, and as the editor, you see it over and over and over and over, and you sometimes you get bored because you see it. It kind of seems forced. I'm just editing this just to put it out, but not this one. It was a movie every time I replayed it, and it was such a good feeling knowing that you guys like Like they fought for me. Like not even my characters. Like they fought for me, and that was just a dope feeling. Like I saw it too. Like thank you guys. I don't think I've said it enough, but like thank you guys.
Of course, man.
Oh yeah.
What was the hardest stunt that you guys had to do?
This guy here. This guy.
You got a good one there.
The hardest stunt was when I got slammed, and the funny part is I told them to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew I could
Wanted
take the
it.
pain, but we had to do that like 10 times?
Yeah, a couple times.
Twice just to show the guy what the fight scene was. We were even recording.
We had to do it from like different angles too.
Yeah.
But he was a beast. He went
the
through
first 4 times didn't hurt. The 5th time, I was like,
Okay.
I like tensed up. I was like, oh, it hurts.
Yeah, but I think.
Yeah, but you know what? For the video, fam.
Yeah, it looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like one of those anime shots where it plays twice and it was like,
real.
you felt the impact.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I went through anything crazy. I think the craziest thing I had was that butterfly twist where I had to like hit Lizard's face and I just couldn't aim. I mean, as it is, I'm like learning the move and I really wanted, the boys also really wanted me to put it in, and to aim that kick while performing the move, that was so hard. I'm losing energy. And I had all the trickers watching me, so I was nervous on top of that.
Yeah.
And the leather jacket I had to like hold it like this just to allow my arms to move. Like it was a whole thing, but you know, I fell a couple times, but then got this one good shot that was in the movie, and it paid off. It really did pay off. I think you see more of Ryan.
Nailed it. I mean, it was clean.
Hey, thank you. You really do see Ryan like adding more. Like he is really fighting any way he can to get to his brother. That's why we really added that for him. How about you guys?
I mean, kind of the same thing. I didn't really have like one like crazy stunt that was super hard. I feel like the hardest like, you know, series of things though was probably when we were in the warehouse, like fighting our own inside of the warehouse scenes. Just like me, DJ, Tree, Jess, that little like hallway warehouse scene.
Yeah.
That was cool, and that took a little more time just because we had to like, you know, brainstorm right then and there, and like use the warehouse, you know, in the fight scene and things like that. But in terms of just like one crazy stunt, probably it like.
You got kicked though by DJ.
Oh,
it's in the shot too, in the movie.
Yeah.
Like he just went, and just like ate
one of my fight scenes with DJ. Shout out DJ, scrap partner. Love that guy. But in one scene that made it into the movie, he, you know, lunges for a kick, and I kind of leaned back, you know, meant to dodge it, but it connected, you know, like a full force kick to the face. So I was like, oh, and like for a second I thought he broke my jaw. I thought he broke my jaw for real. But I like kind of took a second. I'm like, okay.
Run that back.
Okay. And I started like feeling my jaw again. I'm like, okay, we're good. And then he was like, did I get you? And I'm like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, playing it off.
Trying to play it off. But
shoulder.
I'm just like, oh, I just got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
But that was probably like the worst thing or the craziest thing that had happened.
What about you?
Probably the first fight scene that I had to do outside. In my pants, long sleeve, in the sun.
Oh.
With Farrell and DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Every time fighting DJ, I respect. He goes all out. I'm just like, what the hell?
Oh, okay.
DJ is a man for real.
Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah, DJ won't slam you.
No, you know what?
You gotta be prepared for him.
He had another one. It was when he got slammed into the boxes like 6 times before going down. Remember, he's like, bah, bah, bah.
Oh my!
Oh,
that was real, was it not?
That was crazy.
I made sure my head was like actually hitting it.
Yeah, dude. Like I was watching. I tried to play it back like frame by frame, and I like see his like face go like, dude. And he's like actually like getting his head knocked in, and I was like, this looks so good. Like I'm using this. And shout out to him.
Wow, that's real.
Yeah, he got that afro helmet. That's why he played off well. But I think we all had our little moments. But I mean, shit, nothing to stop us. Like.
Yeah.
But this guy, God, this guy right here had it the worst, for sure.
Ain't no stunt, man.
Yeah, no, hell no, nope.
Own stunts. Come on, fam.
Yes, sir.
Easy.
What was the biggest obstacle you guys faced making this movie?
I think it's the same thing applies to the first question, you know, timing, the people's schedules, like getting everyone's schedules, that was
getting
tough.
everybody there.
It was like, how many people, like 30 people, maybe a little less, like that was tough. And some people had like appointments that were important that they couldn't miss. Mm-hmm. We reshot a couple times, you know, being able to get into the warehouse when the workers weren't there. Like there was so many little things that were kind of adding up in time. And there was a part where I was editing and before the release, you know, party, and my whole 22 minutes left of the film had crashed and I freaked out. And there was like people waiting out, like, you know, an hour and something outside, you know, having fun drinking and whatnot, but they were waiting for this movie. And I almost gave up and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just show them the 22 minutes or whatever and just of the beginning and just, you know, pray that they don't mind. And as I'm like rendering it out, it all comes back and I was like, oh shit, and like fixed it up and was able to get it out on time. And the result was awesome. But I think those are the biggest problems. What do you guys think? Was there anything else that, like, personally, maybe?
I mean, fighting through that sunburn.
Fighting the cyborgs and that sunburn?
Yeah,
you're a real one for that one. But.
Yeah.
Dude, oh man, that was bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, aloe vera, best thing out there for sunburns.
Shout out to you.
Shout out aloe vera.
For me, like, doing on cells, like my knees, I had bad knees.
Yeah.
I had about 4 knee surgeries. I'm surprised I still walk.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had my knee brace and all that, but, you know, what is pain?
Yeah, dude, he's a champ, dude. This hits hard. Like,
exactly.
I mean, if you see, like, not even The Last Stand, like films with you out in the, you know, the park, this guy's rolling and flipping and stuff, and still performs amazingly. And shout outs to the knee.
You're a real one, fam.
Hell yeah.
Hang in there.
He just gets it. All right, guys. Nah, but yeah.
What was one of the most memorable moments of making this film?
Oh, there's some scenes actually that I really enjoyed. It was when Manu is fighting when the cyborgs get upgraded into their big form or whatever, and he's fighting, and you can tell like the music is at its peak. You know, he's fighting, he's like taking one by one, he's like versing like what, 7 of them, and they're all on top of him, and then he's getting them off. The whole scene just played out so nicely, and you really felt that like Manu was there fighting for these people till the end, and he didn't have to. Like, this guy's like dying for this group of people and didn't even have to be there. And you felt that in that scene, like his performance really sold it, and like that was the slamming one, and I feel like that added it, you know, that added the feel to it. But that was like one of my favorite scenes because you really felt that he was putting his life on the line and just really didn't have to be there. I just love that so much.
I felt all of that on my back.
It's good. Anyone else?
My favorite part was after we were done filming the last day. I think it was you, David. Everyone's trying to walk away. Like, hold on. Took his speaker out, played some music. Everyone made a circle, celebrating all our hard work. I was like, okay. I think
Oh, he's on dancing, having
cool.
fun. It was really cool.
Jerk, I know. Hey,
Because everyone was just like, okay, it's over. All right, bye, thanks. And then everyone started walking. I'm just like, we gotta do something.
Can't end it off like that.
So yeah, I pull out my little speaker, play some jams, and then just had like a little Soul Train line kind of thing going on. And then,
vibed it out. It was actually like something I think we all needed but didn't know we needed, and so when we got it, it just like filled us all up with joy, and that was a way to end it for sure.
Especially since we had like a little small one during our breaks. You're like,
where
are we going?
Oh yeah,
we have to do it.
Yeah.
And then we have to.
We had been dancing.
And we set up the big one finally.
Yeah.
And that was a really good way to end it off for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like my favorite part, just in terms of like for me and like the process, one of our fight scenes. It was with Noble, and the scene where I slammed Noble on the pallet. And it was you and DJ and John too. And we did that take like 3 or 4 times. And DJ especially was like hyping me. He's like, yo, like, I see it, like you're right there, like the lift is good and the slam is good, but like, I could see it, like you could do better, like, you got this. I'm just like, okay, like, all right, I can do this. So like, just that hype from, DJ, from you, even from Noble, like I slammed him like
slamming the guy
7, 8 times, and even he was like,
harder.
No, yeah, you can do better. Like you got this, and I'm just like, yeah, I got this. And we finally got the good take, and
dude, it's in the like the movie, like he's like, you like hear it, you feel it.
The ferocity was there, like the energy,
for sure.
And just like everyone like hyping me to do that. That was cool. Just like having that support. Even from the dude that I was slamming.
Yeah, Noble at the end was like, that was good. Yeah, that was a good one.
Shout out Noble. Like, he took that like a champ.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
That was just a cool moment for me.
Hey, go.
Rolling. 3, 2, 1, action. Cut.
What did you expect the outcome of this movie to be, and did it exceed your expectations?
Like I said, I edited the thing, and it exceeded my expectation by like so far. Cause like, you edit it, you watch it thousands and thousands of times, and you watch it by piece. You don't watch it as a whole, cause it's just like you can't watch 48 minutes of a whole film to edit that little piece. You gotta watch parts by part, and to see it on the big screen when we were doing the release film party, like it was a movie in my eyes. Like I had watched it for the first time as a whole movie without my hands on the keyboard, and God, it was such an amazing feeling. I was watching a movie, and to know like that it was from us was a feeling that added to it, and it was almost surreal. Like I was like, a piece of me was like, yeah, this is a little video we did, but then you step out of that and you look from the other eye, and you're like, holy crap, we just made a movie, and that feeling was just amazing. That's just that moment for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like because when it dropped, I wasn't here. Like I wish I could be here for the viewing party, and, to be like with everyone, like watching it at the same time. But I was in school. I go to UNLV in Las Vegas, go Rebels. But I was out there when it dropped, and Raul had been giving me updates like the whole time. So I'm like, all right, you ready? Like, oh, it's gonna drop soon. It's gonna drop on this day, blah blah blah. So I was hyped. I was telling people were telling me like, oh, when's the next? When's this video gonna drop? When's the movie dropping? I'm like, soon. And then it finally dropped, and I finally got a chance to sit down and watch the whole thing, and I can't really remember like what my expectations were. Not in a bad way though, because when you go into something, you're like, I go into it, I'm like, yeah, I have no expectations for this, but not in a bad way at all. Like, I knew it was gonna be good, because I've seen his other videos, and he can only go up, like, and I finally got a chance to sit down and watch the whole thing, and I was pretty much just in awe. I was like, this is the apex of like what you've done so far. Like, this is ridiculous. This is an actual movie. And just be a part of that, have like the homies be a part of that too. Like, no, we all did this together. We put in the hours. He put in the editing hours, the acting hours, the action, all that stuff. Like, we all did it. And just to see how the final product came out and knowing what we put into it, like it's totally worth it, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was so sick.
Hell yeah.
That thing was crazy, because I would tell him, like, when we record, and people, like, they see, like, the fight scene, I don't watch it. So I only see it when it's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. Like, and I sit in the front, so like everyone's behind me, so I sit in the front. No one knew I was crying at some scene.
Like, dude, I'm
not even telling you what scenes I cried. You guys probably already know what's going on.
Nah, y'all know exactly
damn,
what's going
thanks, guys.
So I was just like, I'm gonna see me cry.
Right.
I'm in the front, fam.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
I cross my arms because I'm cold. I'm not. Well, yeah, that thing was on a roller coaster, dude.
Yeah, it was definitely both out and in the film.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a roller coaster.
Yeah,
and then my favorite part, we always did better. Like we always went over like the videos, like I don't know how we're gonna go better than that.
Yeah, we do that
but
every
we kept
time.
on going. I was like,
and we're only gonna go up, dude. We got so many more ideas. You guys aren't even ready for what we got.
It's only gonna get
this
better.
summer. I'm not even gonna mention it yet, but yeah. This guy over here, man, his performance. God. Dude, seeing this guy on screen, like I said, he had so many roles like in this film. And I feel like we oversee that because like he's our friend, you know, like he's our brother right here. But like outside, these people are watching this guy damn near take the movie to where it's going, and his performance throughout the whole thing, like that was so dope. It exceeded my expectations of what I thought it was gonna look, and that's because this guy took the roller coaster along with Ray and Ryan. Like you led it with us. You didn't let it fall, get boring. You were right there keeping it at its peak, and you did a good job. I don't think you understand. Like
you legit started. You the best.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, no, it was sick.
I'm not good with lines. That's my biggest problem.
It's all good, dude.
Talking.
You use your actual voice.
No one probably knows that because you just so good at lessons.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Oh, people had questions, by the way, for that. And let me clarify that. So they were wondering why his voice was fluctuating. It was because he was going in between forms. So when he was talking to Ryan in the forest in the beginning, his eyes were glowing yellow because he just finished fighting those other cyborgs from the previous video with him. And so he was still in the angry form until his eyes had shut off, and then he was back to normal. As he was looking for Ryan in the house, he was looking for him normally. Ryan wasn't answering. Like, this is a big deal because he knows who Ryan is. He knows that he's willing to dip even without Toa, but he trusted him. And he's looking in the house. He's like, Ryan isn't answering. So then he got pissed. And you can hear his eyes. He's like, Ryan! And then he changes, and now he's in werewolf form because he's getting angry because he can't find him. And so that's why his voice kept fluctuating. Just for those who were wondering too.
What did you guys learn from making this movie?
That together we can do anything, like on some real shit. Like at first, like dude, it's just so crazy to think. Like we were just making videos, like having fun. And sometimes I still see this as another video we did, but I take myself out of that and I look and like, dude, we just made a movie. Like it's such an amazing feeling, and actually would not be possible without them. And I don't know, it's just like I'm out of words for that one. That's just the overall feeling I have for that.
You too. I mean, you bringing all of us together, and having these ideas, and laying the groundwork out. And, like, we're just following the template that you set. So it's like, we're gonna give 100% for what we do, but we're following that template and that guide, which is you. So it's like it all ties back into you.
That's a lot of pressure. Yeah,
so don't mess it up.
All right, dude, that hurt. No, yeah.
So you guys obviously have a brotherly bond. How did you guys all meet?
I met him before, back in middle school, 2009.
Middle school.
I feel like, man, it was 2008 maybe, but like, it was 5th grade. I transferred schools, and this guy was like nice, one of the first ones to be nice to me. And because you're in a new school, my face was jacked up, like my teeth were all messed up, so it was already embarrassing. I'm already going halfway through all you guys' friendships,
Same, me too.
So. Oh yeah, yeah.
That was terrible.
And so it was like, I don't know, that connection really stuck, and like we have the same dumb humor, and that was a very like we do the same jokes and laughing style that we did back in middle school, and I don't know, like during high school sometimes you tend to break, but like it's obvious that we were meant to be in each other's lives because like it wasn't even a thought of like separation, and if we didn't talk, we would talk, and it was like nothing ever changed. Like, every single time.
There was never like a period where it was like, oh yeah, I don't feel like reaching out because he's not gonna feel like I should be reaching out to him. If I reached out, we were still talking like
the same energy every time.
Same energy was there. Nothing really changed. Even when like in high school, you were doing your own thing, I was doing my own thing. Like, but there was never that like, it never dipped below that level of energy. Like. And now, closer than ever.
Yeah, it's boosted up by like hundreds. Yeah. And then these guys, I had met during high school. I actually met Derick by, wanting to choke him out for like $3. Because like we were like my friend was like oddly enough like knocking kids out, and like they were like, oh yeah, me next. And so we had walked. We were like trying to find the next like person. I was gonna say victim. That sounds so bad. We were trying to find the next person, and then we walked by Derick. And Derick's like, no. We're like, hey you, do you want to like get choked out? He's like, you guys got $3? And we're just like, oh shit, no, but we'll be back. He said, when you got it, I'm down. I was like, all right.
Oh,
and like it just like it connected after that. I met friends. I met him at a dance. We were like pop locking, together versus like 2 other people, and then we got close. And I didn't know he was his brother, and so that already had connected. And then from there, the relationship had just connected, and the bond had got stronger as time went. And some things that we had helped each other through life that actually got us closer behind the scenes, and we're just close. Like now we're closer than ever. Then I introduced them to him, and it was actually a video shoot.
Yeah,
and so
I met these guys at the first, literally our first fight scene.
Yeah.
I met for the first time, and I'm like, hey, you're the guy I'm fighting? He's like, oh yeah, you're the guy I'm fighting. He's like, I guess we're fighting.
yeah.
I don't want to have to hurt you again. Oh, be careful. This time you might not be so lucky.
That was kind of cool, and then we kind of just hit it off. I mean, I say we're pretty good friends now, and I mean, I like our friendship, and I appreciate you guys, and now we're all doing all the workout stuff, and these guys like lifting too, and this guy too, he's trying to get a little something, man.
Yeah, man.
So that's super cool. Share that common interest, and to meet them through Raul and like do the videos and do that kind of stuff, it was really cool.
And actually being able to be as close as we ended up being, like some friends that they cross paths with different groups, and it's kind of like, okay, cool. Like I met him, like probably hang out a couple times when I'm with the one that met, like introduced me to him. Exactly. But it's like they talk by themselves, like behind my back, like that shit. But they like talk, by themselves, like Instagram messing around, and
like what is that?
And having them introduced, I feel like in the element of filming, like was a good way to start.
Yeah.
Because like something you hang out, and it's kind of like you trying to start the conversation. It's like the awkward beginning, breaking the ice, but like I gotta beat you up. It's like, oh shit, I gotta beat you up too. It's like gun ho. There is no in between.
It forced us to learn each other's styles and basically learn each other.
Yeah, exactly.
To work well with each other. So
I think it all played out perfectly.
It forced us to be in that situation, which worked out perfectly. So.
Yeah. So.
And for the record, when we met at a dance, we won that dance battle.
Oh, we won.
I was gonna ask, did you guys win the dance?
Oh, we
battle?
won,
dude. Don't even disrespect me like that.
Dude,
right. Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, we won.
No question.
Don't get it twisted.
So where did the making of this movie begin?
How much time we got? We got like another hour?
I started.
Yeah, right? In my hat. No. It started, man, we started doing, like I said, dude, oh my God, like the first video we made was a supernatural video. And that was already introducing, Manu, low-key, not even knowing. And Ryan was back then. And I had created this fan base. I was putting out art, basically, to let out my emotions for what I was going through back in the day. And I had like an anger problem, and instead of putting it out like physically or on anyone or anything, I was using my art to allow me to express that, and like filming and putting situations that I had in real life with my characters, and seeing it in the universe like out was like so relieving to me. There was a weight off my shoulder, and I just kept doing that, and then started dabbling into like the action scene and kind of making it more cinematic, like. And these guys got involved with also the emotional parts, and more than just me was created. Night Seekers was created, and character development had started happening as I created a fan base, because there was people out there. At first, when I was doing these videos, Instagram didn't have like DMs or like lives, or the comment section weren't something you aimed for. As it started updating and changing, I started getting like emails, DMs, all this stuff about kids like saying like, yo, I've watched your stuff on YouTube, like you've helped me through like many things. Like I was depressed. Like some people like were saying that you helped me through suicide. Like that stuck to me. Like that's insane that the art that I was putting out for myself was oddly enough saving others in a very weird way, and it's a blessing. And that just kind of rose and like kept going and going, becoming what it is now. And as I wanted to keep you know, fans and gain more people, I created this story and this story world and, you know, connections between all the characters, character development, and, you know, it became what it did now, and The Last Stand was created, and it's kind of the end of an era of what was, but it's the start of a new, and I really can't wait to like show all of you what we have in store, because I don't think you guys like even know the half of it or will ever comprehend what we got coming. Yeah, hold me back, dude.
No, man, chill.
Dude, wait, hold on. Nah, but yeah, it's been a blessing for real.
How long did the makeup for Ray's werewolf transformation take?
Oh god, I thought I was never getting out of that chair, man. It's like an hour and something, and we didn't even do the full like makeup. Like usually there's like a widow's peak of like the werewolf fur up here and the sideburns. No, like no way. Like it was so long, and I was already making people wait. It was late at night, people, and it was like shout out to everybody that stayed, by the way, because that end sequence topped it off, and it's all thanks to you guys for actually waiting. Shout out to Nick Alvarez, by the way, who was the guy that did my makeup. Phenomenal. I've always dreamed of having that Teen Wolf makeup look since I started watching it, and it finally happened, and it was shout outs to him.
Hi.
You look so crazy.
Although the waiting in the chair wasn't the funnest, the guy was awesome. He's an awesome guy, and I can't wait to like keep working with him as we keep doing more stuff.
Super cool, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out for making us look like we got beat up.
Oh, likewise with them. Yeah, all the blood and stuff.
We put it on our stories.
Yeah.
Everyone thought they were hurt.
Right,
Yeah.
scaring the hell out of my mom. And,
Miko, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like,
They
yeah.
just text like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. What happened?"
yeah, like,
And then like your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, we got
doing some
a
makeup.
real makeup artist. He's the realest one out here."
I told my mom that like I fell downstairs.
You hit every
And
step.
she was like,
Yeah.
she was like, I texted her too, I didn't even call her. And immediately she calls me, and then I didn't answer the call, and then she texted me, she's like, "Oh my god, what the hell? Where are you?" And I'm just like, "Nah, it's makeup."
Yeah,
She's just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, shout out to him. He did his job, for real.
For real, he did it well.
Sorry.
He hit every step he's got over
You
here.
only hit your face. Like you missed
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Shout out to Nick, man. He's an awesome guy. Hey, I feel like, man, doing that makeup and having to go through the process of like having it done with someone who's like bland or boring would have like
It's gotta
sucked.
be killer, yeah.
And with him, it was awesome. Shout out to him.
So the fans want to know, will there actually be a battle between Varen and Tamarco?
Ooh. I know a lot of y'all are like so mad about that cliffhanger that I left you guys on, but it was for a reason. It wasn't just like something we're like, oh, we can't do that. It was like, it's for a reason, and it's for this question exactly. We know you guys want more, and we got a project coming up that we're all working on that will involve both those two.
So be ready.
Be ready, yeah. And so we didn't want to show the battle just yet. We wanted to give you a little taste, but the real stuff will be coming soon.
So how long did it take to cast everybody?
I was like, yo, Dave, yo, Drew, yo, Dave, y'all want to be in a video? Like, oh, yeah,
like,
sure.
Hey, I'm filming this, this big project, it's like the biggest one ever. And I'm just like, cool. I was like, tell me when you need me, and I'll try and be there. Like,
straight up, I think the hardest one to get was maybe like, not even. I was going to say like Jessica, Vanessa, and Morgan Harville. Shout outs to them that were part of the film. I thought it was going to be hard to get them, but as some of you guys know, Morgan was in The Creatures Within, which was another supernatural project that had originally helped me blow up, whatever.
Wait.
I knew adding her into this one as the last stand, ending of this era would have been like, another taste, another cherry on the cake. And so I made sure that she was in there, and she was so down. It was immediate, like, yeah, when and where? I had FaceTimed her. I was driving to school, and I was like, I wonder if Morgan can be down. Called her. She's with her mom. She's like, hold on, Mom. I'm so down. And she was like, with it. Jess, I had been working with her with some like some tricking, some parkour stuff she had wanted to learn, and she was a part of the Ryan video. That's when I first met her. Was the Ryan versus Jess, and like the energy synced, the vibes were there.
Try to get this in one take.
Like your side, like this, like. Hey.
She just pulled a you.
He's like, let's get it in one take. You're like, yeah, and then lay on this side. I was like, hey.
Bro, can I get you running? Oh, beautiful. I love that.
What?
Okay, ready?
There you go, ready?
Ready?
I forgot the fuck I was saying.
We were able to connect, and so I told her about the other big project. And she's like a very busy girl. She's got stuff to do. And when she had said yes, I was like, whoa. And she was so down. And she did her job. She did amazing out there. She was looking like X10E3. She's slicing and slicing out there. And skin sizzled. Shout outs to her. Their acting was on point for real. And just a blessing to have them a part of the project. They didn't have to be, and they did. But other than that, dude, I just texted everyone that like I've worked with before, and I was like, you down? And they all have the respect enough to know that I'm not going to be wasting their time. And that, you know, what we're working on is going to be fun, is going to be cool, and the outcome's always going to be like something they want. And I just got lucky. And shout out to everybody that was there. There's a lot of you guys. I mean, they're all in the credits if you guys really want to know all of them down there, but shout outs to all of them. Yeah.
So the next question is, why didn't Ray break the chains when he was first talking to DeMarco?
So Ray has never gone past his like second form, which is just like the eyes and the teeth and kind of the beast feel of him. He had never gone past that, and I don't think he knew. Like, he didn't know that he could. And so as he was, you know, he was stuck there. You know, of course he was angry, but it was just him and DeMarco. There wasn't so much anger there, and so he was just like dealing with you just like this, you know, just stuck. And as the fighting had gone on, you know, the werewolves can hear. They have super hearing and sight and whatnot. And so as he heard everyone starting to die and starting to get close to death, he felt it, and he wasn't gonna let that happen. So the third form, came in, and he was like, "It's time," and he broke out. And it was the first time he had gone that far. Like, his brother was left on the line, and more. I mean, everybody was left on the line. Manu was there. Like, everyone was there fighting to the end, and there was just no way he was just gonna let them die in vain. So I think he found that peace in him, that darkness he never wanted to reach but had to, and he performed. He got himself out there, he broke out of the chains, and was there to fight to the end.
So for you, Raul, what was it like directing, filming, and playing Ray, Ryan, Bryce, and Baron? How did you manage all of that?
I feel like, you know, of course, back in the day, if you were to ask me that question, it'd have been like, dude, it's so hard, I don't know. But like, you know, as time has gone by, you've done this for so long, you are the characters. I mean, they're a piece of you. You become them. It's easy to just turn into one when you're on the scene, when the camera, the world changes depending on who you're playing. And as time had gone by, I mixed pieces of my life into each character. So it's it's easier to channel them when it's time. And it's not as hard as people probably think it is, but that's just because I've been doing this for so long. And like I said, they're a part of me. I will say that the editing part of this was tough because it was so much, and I'm a perfectionist. I wanted it all to be perfect. You know, I would show my friend Xtina all the time, and she would just be like, "It's perfect." I'm like, "No, it's not. Like, did you not hear that footstep? It wasn't there." Like, it was just little things like that. Like, it was like, zzz, there's a fly. I need to hear that fly. Like, all these little things that I wanted to make sure that were there. It was so. Not annoying, but like, I don't know what other word to use, but annoying because I kept having to do little things.
It's tedious.
Yeah, over and over just to make sure it was perfect. Everyone there that was performing, it was easy to direct them. Like we had said before, we are our characters in some way. So channeling all the words and channeling.
Just take your time.
Channeling, you know, each character for them, for how long they've been doing these characters. I feel like there's only so much for improvement when performing, because like, what am I telling you, not be yourself almost, like,
yeah.
It's just kind of how it is on set. And writing wasn't that hard. Like, we already had planned this prior with other projects leading up to this, and overall it was fairly an easier task than I expected, but not easy. It was still tough, but we managed and got it done, and like we had said, exceeded our expectations by so much. So.
Who is your favorite character to play out of all of the boys?
Man, I love them all, but like Ryan, I think Ryan's my favorite to play. It's a fun character to play, you know, and it's harder. Bryce is just an older, you know, same age as Ursa, just an old, wise guy who's had so many love traumas because he keeps messing up. He's bland in a sense compared to everyone else. Ray is just, you know, ready to attack, ready to go, the leader form. Varen is just that suave, I will kill you in any second without a crack, you know, like without my bone, like anything. It's just very simple. But Ryan is so specific. He's very different. He's in a way harder to play. Like I'll do a take and I'm like, that's not Ryan. And they're like, well, I thought that was good. It's like, but that wasn't Ryan. It might have been good, but it's not Ryan. And I feel like he's just very, and he's so different compared to everyone. And like he was saying, like the way it was performed at the end with Ray and Ryan on the ground, you can see Ryan's denial. Mm-hmm. Like, and that wasn't just like me, like, oh, I just happened to do that. It was really Ryan like denying this isn't goodbye. This can't be goodbye. Oh shit, this might be goodbye. Within those couple seconds of that shot. Mm-hmm. And it's those little things that like I like seeing of Ryan, because to me he's real. And like seeing it like that, like I wouldn't act like that if that was the situation. I'd probably be like, damn it, man, I don't know what to do. But Ryan was like, there is a way out. I know there is. Mm-hmm. Damn, there's no way out. And it's just really fun playing Ryan. It leads me to think further, to try to expand and be more universal in acting, because he's not normal. He's someone very specific. And he's just fun. He's just so fun to play. Little asshole.
So will there be more movies like this in the future? Do you?
Hell yes. There'll be many movies. Definitely. Absolutely. We actually have, like we were saying in the other questions of the interview, we have a big project coming up this summer. Some of you guys may know already, but it's the reboot of my original series, More Than Just Me. And all these guys will be in it. At first it was just me, Ray, Ryan, Garrett, and Varen in the first version. But now I'm expanding. We have a bigger audience. We want to go for a longer time. We want to take this for a while. All the boys love doing it. We love doing it. We love giving the fans what they want, what we enjoy doing. And we've been writing ever since The Last Stand, even before that. And we're just so ready to get this guy out. We meet up every day, a couple of the week. Not every day, but a couple days of the week to just write and just to think. And the ideas, the minds that are connecting with this project just allow it to be something that no one is going to expect. At first, it was just me with the first one. So, you know, it's been 6-7 years you guys have been following me. Like, you guys know some stuff already, but now we have like several different heads in this project. And man, I can't even express. You guys, it's just so much coming into this series that has potential, that has different stuff, a different bring to the table. Like I said, you guys have no idea what you guys are about to witness, experience, and that is More Than Just Me. And we can't wait to show you guys. We can't wait. Movies, definitely some more coming out, but those will take place after More Than Just Me. More Than Just Me is the one that we want to make the ride for a while, and to make sure you guys enjoy that ride, that roller coaster with us. So we're gonna make sure that's perfect before anything else.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you sharing that all with me. Is there anything that you guys want to say lastly to the fans, or to the people that you worked with, or to anybody, just for the fans to see?
Shout outs to all the fans. Like seriously, like people ask like, why do you do this? What pushes you? It's not me. It's literally the fans. Like, I was doing this for me years ago, but as time went by, it is nothing but for the fans, and you guys are the reasons we keep doing this. Like, honestly, if you guys weren't there, I think I would have stopped a while ago. There would be no reason to after I had fixed myself, and it was because of you guys. I kept going and expanding more in this art, and I fell in love, and I just can't express how much I love you guys, the Wolf Gang, Leo's Pack, the Pack, all of you guys, all my wolves. It's because of you we do this, and we enjoy doing this, and we keep pushing to go further and further, as Derick was saying, and Andrew, to just make the project go even crazier than it was before. And it's just thanks to you guys. I think we all can say we love you guys, and we have so much more to show you, and we can't wait to show all you guys what's in our crazy heads. But yeah, thank you all.
Thank you guys for real.
Thank you guys for being here.
Oh,
Dab.
Oh,
Hulk out.
Deb. Oh, it's disgusting.
Cut.
Yes.
You know, we could have been on the same team, but the fucking.
I was like, damn, you took DeMarco to a dark place.
3, 2, oh, sorry. Hey guys.
Henry. Oh, fuck, are you okay? I'll go again. Oh, fuck. I feel like trying to get it close. Oh. No, it's okay, Oh, fuck, you're good, That was my bad. Here we go. Ooh.
I missed this. This is okay. Cool, got it.
Did that work? Are you gonna fucking go? Fucking fuck was that? You know, are you gonna go? You're like.